Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. I'm glad to see you are about and running about. You're probably, taking your kids. Well, at this point, school is out, right? Hey, here come. Well, no, yeah, school is out probably. You're probably on your way to work, coming back from home to home. We truly appreciate you spending the time with us. As we talk about, we have this really interesting topic. But before we do that, hey Emma, how are you doing today?
Oh, wow, wonderful. Thank God for this time. And thank God I'm back again, even though the life is so busy for me, but I still have a time to be here this morning because Wednesday is my time just to work in the office by myself with no staff around and patients around. So this is my layback time every Wednesday that to be here and share the important
Yeah.
matters about the personal life. An awesome topic. Before we start, my name is Emma. I'm an office manager for over 28 years in the dental practice and a proud business owner and living with this beautiful day outside. And after our live meeting, I'm going out to walk with Nigel for an hour this time because it's Wednesday. It's my day. And back to you, Sis Pia. Thank you.
Yes, yes, absolutely. The question has come up. Um, have you, the question is, I guess today, have you ever stopped and asked yourself, um, am I thinking like an employee or am I thinking like, an entrepreneur? And I think it's not an easy question. It's an easy question to ask. It's a little bit complicated because sometimes we wrap it up all in one, right? We think sometimes to ourselves, well, oh, what kind of question are you asking? Of course, am I doing it just for a paycheck? Well, of course I probably am. But I guess, it's a question of how you go about it that could probably change the way you feel about your job and about who you are and about what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, that employee mindset will give you that discipline. I think you'll understand when we talk a little bit more, that discipline to keep going in the drive because, you've been told what to do. But the entrepreneur mindset will tell you more of what problem can I solve? How can I do this better? If you've ever gone through an employee review and you have to rate yourself, and they ask you, well, can't you have a bit more of an ownership mind? Can't you be more entrepreneurial? Isn't that what they say? Can't you be more entrepreneurial? But in that case, what does entrepreneurial mean truly, right? What does that look like? And so entrepreneurial as Emma, what is entrepreneurial in your mind?
Well, entrepreneur is you have your own time, your own place, and you do what you want, and you create things for yourself to be motivated by investing and learning and growth, and to build multiple income stream for yourself because you are the boss. You don't have to wait for no one to tell you what to do. That's
Mhm.
what entrepreneur mindset means. Be positive who you are, independent and confident, and start with on your path to become this both employee mindset and entrepreneur. It's all honorable. But
Yeah.
the entrepreneur mindset is you create your own to be more confidence and have your own business with your own and money, and also your freedom for time for yourself, and don't no one will tell you what to do, and you don't wait for paycheck to paycheck like me as an office manager for over 28 years. I just give you an example. Yesterday I don't really go into the operatory with 7 operatory and 20 assistant and 3 hygienists and 1 doctor. And I ran this business for many years. And the first time in my life yesterday, as an employee, as an office manager, I see 4 assistants that we just hired. and chaos. They don't know what to do because the system is chaos. So I realized that as an office manager, I have to put a system for these new people to work happily in our office, to work as a team and to learn faster and easier, that the patients will be happy, they are happy when they get out in the office, and also the boss, and I am now. This is an example, really. I didn't realize this when we hire them, we say we will help them, and then when they're on the spot with their job, they no one helped them properly to assist how to check out the patients, how to give the patients an appointment, how to let the patient pay, or how to answer all these questions. Now I said to myself, wow, this really, the topic is really good. Now I realize that I have to set that an organized set up to follow the organized system in the office, like how to become they will become confident to themselves, how to take care of the patients properly. The system needs to be changed. Now I see that, because if you follow the company system and there is no um, update or reinforcement, everything is chaos. And I don't want to depend for one income source only and request time up to your boss to in your life. When, like, that's why I joined this business 17 months ago, because you have your own time freedom. Like now with this business, because this is runs 24/7, the only thing you have to do is be consistent. And also, when you don't need to have experience needed. You just watch step by step video training, mentorship, and global community support wherever you go. And if you have problem, they're there for you, and you can work from anywhere with Wi-Fi as long as you are coachable. This really, I've been this, and I'm so happy that I did, because now I have a freedom now for going vacation wherever I go. And I see now as an entrepreneur what's going on in our office for over 28 years. I didn't hardly look at, I just give all this paper to the staff, follow this, and I never follow up with them step by step going into the operating. And this time I did. Thank God for this business. Back to you, Sis Pia.
Yes, so ask yourself, am I thinking like an employee or am I thinking like an entrepreneur? And listen, this is not about judging if one is better than the other, right? Because both, like we said, have value. One brings that discipline and that structure. It brings, consistency. It helps you show up to do the work and to build the skills. And but the entrepreneur mindset, just like Emma was saying, asks something different. It asks, what problem am I solving right now? Who needs this solution? How do I create value? How do I make this repeatable? And that's a shift, right? So you're not quitting your job, you're kind of evolving it. You're thinking more like that entrepreneur, like that boss who is telling you this is what you have to do, and it's either my way or, not the
There way.
highway, hopefully, But you look at your work, you look at your business. And again, this does not have to just apply to business, it's just everything in your life. Listen, at the end of the day, if you're home and you have kids, you are the boss. If whether or not you know it or not, you are in an entrepreneurial mindset because you're controlling everything. It's literally that. You don't get paid for it, and the rewards that you see are a little bit different with regards to what you're doing for your kids. But when it's in a family setting, we call it a legacy. This is what you're leaving for your kids. This is how they see you. But when it's at work, it's like, oh, this is what she's known for. It's the same thing. You just have to kind of turn around and see, look at your daily habits. Are you waiting for someone to tell you what to do, or are you looking for ways to solve the problem, improve systems, and create more of that value? Because honestly, this is where the growth is. So what role do I perform? What problem do I solve? And here is how my mindset and the way I think about it, or it's just going to change everything. And I think that's how that discipline shows up, right? You need that ownership to grow. So today, I want you to ask yourself, am I only completing the task? Emma, are you only completing the task, or are you are you going to change the way you look at things, the way you lead, the way you grow? Are you? What are you doing, Emma?
Okay, I have to look at the things that I can help and grow. Especially now, I'm a business owner with my own. I see the mindset, the confidence, the independency, the freedom, and now I can help my fellow worker as an employer talk, as an office
Yes.
manager. Now I can sit aside now and I see, and I think because I don't look at the time. Now I see it as a business owner, and I feel so bad. I think most of it is my fault too because I don't look. I just give all the system and they follow it because that's what you do as an operator. You give them all the follow this company system. Now I said I can make more better. And then tomorrow I will implement this and see what it goes because now as business entrepreneur you think before you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So take a page out of Emma's book and let's change it up this week. We still got a couple of more days left, and then you got the weekend to think about it, and then come back fresh. Thank you guys. I hope you have enjoyed hearing some of our the conversation here, because if you can implement some of this, it may not be all at one time. And remember, the change, we didn't get into a situation instantly. It took some time. So it could be a little bit time that you need. But as long as you are aware of what you're doing and how you're executing, I think that is the key, right? Thank you guys. We hope, reach out to either of us that you resonate with. We will gladly share with you some information about our digital business journey. We hope to see you, like we say, on the inside. Thank you guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.
I
Bye.
know.